Hi everybody, it's Monday. Welcome back to another week of meals on the family seesaw. So for Monday night we've got pecan crusted chicken with curly fries, corn on the cob, and I've got some coleslaw with mine. This is a really simple and tasty way. If you like nuts, nutty flavour, obviously if you're a nut-free home then this is not going to work for you, but definitely give this a try as opposed to putting breadcrumbs on chicken. So all I did was I took a small packet of pecans, put them in my little processor and just ground them up to a fine crumb. Mix that with a scoop of sesame seeds, some paprika and a little bit of salt and pepper. Coated that all together, and then I put the chicken, I coated chicken breast in some flour. Then I put them into buttermilk, which is a really common thing to use for a coating in the States. It's not used so much here. You could use egg, you could use milk, you could use something like natural yogurt, but buttermilk is quite readily available in where you find sour cream and fresh cream and things like that at the grocery store. You should be able to find buttermilk. So I just used a pot of buttermilk. With chicken, it's excellent. And then I dipped it into the nut and crumb mixture. And then popped them in a baking tray, drizzled a little bit of melted butter over the top, put a couple of pecan halves on the top of each one, and baked them for about 35 minutes at about 160, 170 fan. That would be about 190 to 200 on regular. They come out, the topping is crunchy, but it's also quite soft with the buttermilk underneath, and the flavour through the chicken is absolutely delicious. So that is mine. That is Caleb's. He's got exactly the same, but his is all cut up with his curly fries and corn on the cob. So we're looking forward to this for a Monday night supper: pecan crusted chicken with curly fries, corn on the cob and coleslaw. Hi everybody, so for Tuesday evening we've got some curry roast chicken with vegetable rice. So for the rice, I just cooked some long grain rice. When it was nearly done, I put in some defrosted mixed frozen vegetables for about the last 5 minutes, and then just left everything in the pan with the lid on for about 10 more minutes to let the vegetables steam a bit. The chicken is chicken thighs, the bone-in chicken thighs. I cut some slits in the skin of the chicken. While it's easiest to do that while it's still in the package, so just put your knife in and cut some holes. And then I mixed half of a large tub of Greek style yogurt with a couple of good big like dessert spoons, like dinner spoons or dessert spoons of Madras curry paste. Mix that all together, put the chicken into the mixture, coated it all really well, and then put it in the fridge for about an hour just to let some of the curry flavours get into the chicken. Then I put it in a 200-degree oven for about 45 minutes. I put it on a tray, on a rack in a pan, so that the juices from the marinade and from the chicken drop down. So it's like a roasted style chicken. So roasted curry chicken with rice and mixed vegetables for our Tuesday night tea. Hi everybody, it's Thursday evening and tonight we've got a chicken, tomato and pesto pasta. So I just roasted a chicken last night, left it in the fridge all day today, just broke it all apart, shredded it up, just took off pieces of chicken from the carcass this evening. Cooked up some pasta. The pasta, I've used tagliatelle. You could use any pasta, really, whatever you like, spaghetti, spiral pasta, whatever. The tomatoes is a packet of baby plum tomatoes or Roma tomatoes. I halved them and then I just put them in the oven 200 degrees for about 20 minutes, just until they started to soften and caramelize, go sweet. Didn't put anything on them, no oil or anything. And then I just combined the pasta with about half a jar of green pesto, basil pesto, and then the chicken, the shredded chicken and the tomatoes. And as the pasta was cooking in the last few minutes, I just added some chopped asparagus spears. You can see those in there. So it's got asparagus in it as well. And then just grated a little bit of extra Parmesan over the top. So that's it for Thursday night supper. It's pasta with pesto, chicken and baby tomatoes. Hi everybody, it's Friday night. We've had a bit of a shake-up of our menu this week. So Wednesday night we had an unexpected football training session for Caleb. And so because the way that felt, it was quite late when we left, so we just picked up some food on our way home instead of having the pasta we were going to have. So then last night we had the pasta. last night we were supposed to have Mexican chicken pot pies, which are basically chicken cooked with some vegetables and fajita seasonings and some kidney beans. And you put them in little individual like pie dishes, and then you use tortilla strips to make the topping of the pot pie. I will make those again on a future menu so that you can see those. But what I've decided to do tonight, we were going to have fish pie tonight, but that was going to use frozen fish, so I could leave that in the freezer. So tonight I've used the chicken to make the fajitas, but we're just having them fairly traditional style. So it's, let's see over here, it's just chicken with some fajita seasoning, some peppers and onions, just all mixed together. And then we picked up a portion of chips from the local chip shop, just to have something extra with them. So that's Caleb's. He's got one fajita and some chips and some ketchup. I just fancied some rice as well, so I've got some Mexican rice with a few chips and one fajita for me as well. So that's our Friday night sort of fake away. So it is fake away style, and we've got chips from the chippy, so going to call it a fake away. And it's chicken fajitas with chips and Spanish rice. Hi everybody, it's Saturday evening, and tonight for tea we're having butter chicken with rice and naan bread. So this was made in slow cooker. I just chopped up some chicken breast, I chopped a small onion, I put in some minced cloves of garlic, I put a tablespoon of red curry paste, 2 teaspoons of curry powder, sprinkle of salt, some turmeric, about a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, a can of coconut milk, a couple of good squirts of tomato paste. Now I used one of the really small cans of tomato paste or tomato puree that you can find. Sainsbury's definitely carry them, I'm not sure who else does. But otherwise a couple of good squirts of tomato paste if you've got a tube, and then a couple of tablespoons of butter, and just let that cook. I had it on high for about 3.5 to 4 hours. The chicken was quite small, chopped. If you were doing it on low, we do it for 6 or 7 hours. And it is just all the flavours of butter chicken, but it's homemade, you know exactly what's in it, and it's really tasty. So butter chicken is not very spicy, so if you've got children that don't like spice, you can kind of amend the taste to how you want it, but it's not really spicy. The coconut milk keeps it quite mild. So that's mine with the rice and the butter chicken. That's Caleb's, and he's got a mini naan bread there, and we've got a tray full of those. So off to enjoy a sort of a fake away for Saturday night with butter chicken, rice and naan bread.